How you doing today, guys? This is Alex Gomez, your favorite teacher in the whole world. Today we're going to talk about making predictions with theoretical probability. Okay, what does it mean? It's making predictions. It's getting to know what might happen. Will it necessarily happen?
No.
Maybe not, but it's a really possible outcome that might happen, okay? So we're going to make, instead of like, this is experiments. Instead of doing an experiment many different times, we can find out what might happen as a result of each of, as a combined average of all those experiments. So, I have one example right here. It says, you roll a dice 150 times. How many times can you expect, and not necessarily gonna happen, to roll a 3 or 4? To roll a 3 or 4. So first, we have to find the theoretical probability like we did before, and then we just have to predict what's gonna happen. And this is how we're gonna do it. So remember, on the dice, we have how many numbers?
6.
1 through 6, right?
Yes.
So, it says, how many times can you expect to roll a 3 or 4? So how many 3s do I have?
1.
1, and how many 4s?
1.
So that's a total of 2 out of
6.
2 out of 6 possible outcomes. So I can reduce this to 1 over 3, right?
Yes.
2 6 is the same thing as 1 over 3. So that's my probability of rolling a 3 or a 4, but that's only on one try. And I don't want to repeat this 150 times because it's going to take me a lot of time, right? So we're going to predict what would happen. And for this, we're going to use our old friend, part over total equals percent over 100. Okay? That's part over total. You can disregard these things. So we're making a comparison. Okay? So, part over total. We already have our first equation, our first fraction, right? Which is 1/3. This is the part. It can happen 1 out of 3 times. Everybody agree? Now, how many times am I doing the experiment? Do I have to do the experiment?
No. Yes.
How many times?
150.
150. So do you think that's going to go on top or bottom?
Bottom.
On the bottom. What do we put on the unknown?
X.
Whatever variable you want to use, usually we use X. It doesn't necessarily have to be that. Now, when we have a setup like this, what do?
Divide.
Cross products, right? Old-fashioned cross products. I told you at the beginning of the year that we were going to be using this a whole lot, and we are. So now, when you do this, you're going to have 3x equals to 150, because 150 times 1 is just 150. And the last step will be to leave x by itself by dividing by 3. So x equals to 50. So basically, you can expect to get a 3 or a 4 50 times out of the 150 times. Will it necessarily be 50? No, it can be maybe a little more, maybe a little less, but that's a really good estimate right here. We're estimating what's going to happen. So that's all there is to it. First, find the regular probability, and then do cross products with whatever, and this is the key word right here, guys, times. What does times mean? Multiply. On cross products, what do? Cross multiply. So whenever you see something like this, that's the indication that you have to do theoretical probability and making predictions. Any questions, guys? Have a good day. Thank you.